Welcome back, everyone. For me anyway, one of the most fun times the NBA calendar year happens to be the NBA draft. Tons of young talent that could potentially change the direction of an NBA franchise, and you never know what you might get. Now, it obviously tends to be a bit more important for the lottery teams, but even the contending teams have something to gain here too. With a good late round pick or even undrafted player being able to make a big difference. I mean, take a look at a guy like Austin Reeves for example. He went from being a relatively unknown player, who did in fact go undrafted, to then making a big difference for a LeBron Anthony Davis led team. And not to mention being a top 4 productive player on their team. Or even if you want to take that a step further, you got a 41st overall draft pick being arguably the best player in the entire league, with that of course being Nikola Jokic. Again, you never know what you might get, and that is why the NBA draft should never go overlooked, even if you don't have a draft pick. With the addition of two-way contracts to every team, you now have a viable option to sign undrafted or even late second round draft picks too, which, like I referred to with Austin Reeves, can sometimes make a big difference. And well, the Lakers scouting department has been very good at finding that kind of talent, not only with Austin Reeves, but with second round draft picks like Max Christie, Talen Horton-Tucker, and even Ivica Zubac. Or if you instead want to look at late first round draft picks, they have found guys like Kyle Kuzma and Josh Hart, with every single player that I mentioned being a role player in the NBA today. And with that in mind, I don't think we should ever overlook the guys they bring in for a workout. And well, they brought in one guy who made a name for himself during March Madness, and then are planning to bring in another guy that I'm sure you have all heard about. And here's a hint, he may or may not be related to LeBron. But before we get too far into it, if you want to stay updated with everything Lakers throughout the offseason, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But without further ado, let's dive right into it. And we'll begin by talking about the workout that they've already conducted, which happened to be with March Madness standout and member of the Final Four NC State Wolfpack team DJ Burns, a guy that became well known for his size and ability to dominate down low in the paint. I mean, he definitely weighed every bit of the 275 pounds that he was listed at, if not even a little bit more. Although that apparently does not happen to be the case anymore. According to Shams Charania, DJ Burns dropped 45 pounds since the tournament already. Now, I'm not sure if that has been verified or not, but he is obviously well aware of what it will take for him to make it in the NBA. And I'll let you hear the full report from Shams.
This is a fun one. This is a fun one. This is not a very serious scoop, but so there are agency pro days going on as these draft prospects get ready for the NBA draft next month. And I went to one yesterday. DJ Burns Jr., NC State big man, led that team to the Final Four, ACC tournament MVP. He was listed, everyone, there was a big deal made about his size, his frame, his weight. He was listed at 275 pounds when he finished the season in college. I saw him at the pro day yesterday. He looked totally different.
What?
I talked to him afterward. I think we have a photo here.
What do you mean he looked
DJ
different?
Burns told
Wow.
me he has lost 45 pounds in the last 6.5 weeks. He said he's doing cardio workouts at 5 a.m. He told me,
I was thinking the same
he told me no Ozempic.
Nothing wrong with that.
He told me no Ozempic.
Fair enough.
I mean, pretty incredible if that turns out to be true. And well, he certainly looked like it from that picture, though that is only the first hurdle that he'll have to overcome. Simply put, the college and NBA game are two completely different games at this point. You can still be a slow-footed big and have a great college career, though that does not remain true for the modern NBA. In fact, a player like that often won't even get a chance, shown by DJ Burns not even being invited to the NBA draft combine. I mean, the guy weighed every bit of that 275 pounds that I mentioned before, although having measured only 6'7" without wearing shoes, and then having an underwhelming 6'9" wingspan, and not to mention him being severely limited on defense. From that alone, you would not think that we are talking about an NBA prospect here, and that is why he actually received more interest from the NFL compared to the NBA, which is pretty incredible to put it lightly. But then again, we simply cannot overlook what the guy did during the NCAA tournament. Again, two completely different games here when talking about college and the NBA, but DJ Burns still had a very noteworthy run, helping take the Wolfpack all the way to the Final Four and averaging about 16 points per game while doing it, including dropping 29 points on Duke during the Elite Eight. Truly one of the best Cinderella runs I can remember, and by far the most recognizable player on their team was without a doubt DJ Burns Jr. Though will that translate to him being an NBA player? Unfortunately, probably not. I'm definitely rooting for him, but I'm not sure how an undersized, poor vertical leaper, slow-footed big that cannot shoot from 3 would make it. And not only that, but he's not even a good rebounder either. The only thing that he was really good at happened to be low post scoring, which he'll not get the opportunity to do in the NBA. At the end of the day, if you're not a switchable defender, a good rebounder, or a 3-point shooting threat, then you very likely won't be on an NBA team as a center. And barring his weight loss making him better at one of those things, I don't think he'll have much to offer an NBA team. Again, definitely rooting for him, and I hope he can overcome the major hurdles that are against him, but I really doubt that he'll get drafted. Though I would love to see him on the Lakers Summer League team. I think that would be a lot of fun, and a safer way to evaluate how he looks after that weight loss. But now moving on to their other upcoming workout, which happens to be with LeBron's son, Bronny. Now, he already worked out with their team facility for a pro day, but he'll now be going through individual workouts with multiple teams. And according to Shams Charania, the Lakers do happen to be one of them. I don't think anybody is surprised about that, but it was a bit surprising to hear that he won't be willing to sign a two-way contract, let alone even show up for a workout with a few teams, with all of that coming from his agent, Rich Paul. Simply put, Bronny is not your typical draft prospect. He is a one-and-done college player that is not projected to go in the lottery, but yet has more control over his situation than any other non-lottery pick probably ever. In fact, he probably has more control over well over half of the current lottery picks. However, that does not guarantee that he and Rich Paul will get what they want. They're definitely doing a good job at it, but even then a team might swoop in and take him. After all, every small market team would like the ticket sales that Bronny would give them, and even the bigger markets would too. Though, what would they actually be getting from an NBA talent standpoint? And in my opinion, they are actually getting a young player with NBA potential, but maybe not one that is worth a first round draft pick, which one of the mentioned teams that he'll be working out for does have, with that being the Phoenix Suns, who currently own the 22nd overall draft pick. Now, I'm not sure they'll be willing to reach on him with that pick, but there does seem to be a little bit of hype being made about it. After being projected as a late second round draft pick up until about a month ago, Bronny has now crept up into the early second round to even late first round, and that'll make it difficult for the Lakers to get him. He definitely helped himself out with the NBA draft combine, being a standout during the 3-point shooting drill, although arguably being the best player on the court during day 2 of 5-on-5 play, having a game-tying high 13 points. Though what I think it will come down to here at the Lakers specifically will be his individual workout. There they will be able to get a much better look at him, and then be able to tell if he is the kind of player that could actually help their team, because they don't have the draft picks to waste on a guy that won't be helping them out anytime soon. And I think that will be the deciding factor for them. If they hope to get Bronny, then they will without a doubt have to trade up for him at this point. I mean, I hope they won't be using their 17th overall draft pick on him, but their 55th overall pick likely won't be high enough to get him. And at this point, they will have to package that pick with either money or a player on their team to move up a bit higher. And I think that individual workout will determine if it's worth it for them to do that. But with all of that being said, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the Lakers working out two high-profile players for the NBA draft? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to those of you who took the time to watch until the end of this video, and until the end of all of my videos in general. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.